Hey, what is up, Dividend Nomads? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to dive into the Roth IRA. I made a lot of changes over there, started a lot of stuff going on. So I got a jam-packed video for you guys today. We're going to get into it, record the screen on the phone, share with you what's in the portfolio now. And then I'll take you into the spreadsheet. Even though I didn't make many changes in the spreadsheet, I will take you in there and show you what's going on there. And so yeah, let's get into the video and get started because I got a lot of stuff to show you guys today. Record the screen. 3, 2, 1. Bam. Okay, let's open up Charles Schwab. Here we are in my Charles Schwab Roth IRA account. Refresh it for you. This is 7:30 in the morning on Saturday here in China. So market's still open in the post market. Dow Jones 1.79% yesterday, NASDAQ down 1.3, and S&P down 1.13, and my Roth IRA was down 0.01. So Roth IRA is doing pretty good so far. We're only down $4 yesterday. Look at that. Okay, so the balance right now, $50,674. And you can see cash and cash investments, $23,839. I'm trying to deploy this cash, but I just don't want to dump it all in the market at once because of the uncertain times right now. So I'm slowly just like buying a little bit every day. Just bam, 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 little bit every day. Just because I just don't want to drop it all at once. And then like this war that's going on, this destroys my portfolio overnight after I dropped a big boatload of cash. Well, it's not a boatload of cash, it's $23,000, but still, you know. So anyway, that's why I have cash in the Roth IRA. If you look down here, I've got Misty, 700. Oh, let me just go to the view all the positions. Let's do that, it's better. Okay, let's do this again. First one you see on the top, Rigetti. Okay, I have 100 shares of Rigetti. I've been selling covered calls on it. This is basically like a lottery ticket play from a Roth IRA. You know, it's only 100 shares, but I plan, I can't touch this Roth IRA until about 15 years. So quantum stocks should be doing really well. And this is just kind of like one of those long shot lottery ticket things. So anyway, Rigetti. And the next one, I've got Misty, 780 shares. Then the next one you see here, we've got XDTE, 113 shares. The next one you see is SCHB. If you're not familiar with SCHB, I'll tell you what it is. It's basically a broad market ETF. I know the most popular one is VTI by Vanguard. This is basically the exact same thing. It's no different. But Schwab B, as you can see, the price is only $23, so it's much cheaper. So the reason why I chose this over VTI for a long-term growth investment, basically, is because in Schwab, they don't let me buy fractional shares. They will let me get fractional shares on drip, but I can't buy fractional shares. And so if I want to deploy almost all of my capital, because VTI is more expensive, it's easier for me to buy Schwab B because it's only $23, so I can get more of my money into the market. And Schwab B performs identical to VTI. And I'll share that with you in a minute, actually. But I got 100 shares of that so far. The next one you see is Schwab G. Okay, SCHG. Okay, Schwab G is a U.S. large cap growth. So again, everybody knows the Vanguard ones. So if you think of VUG, which is the Vanguard large cap growth, this mimics that identical. They perform identical to each other. And so I have the overall market and I have the big cap growth. So that's where I'm going to be getting the growth in the Roth IRA from now on is the overall market and the growth stocks. Okay, so we got 50 shares of that. And then I also added some QQQI, only 12 shares, getting in slowly. This isn't going to be a large position, but I did want some income and some income that has upside potential. So I did add some QQI and I will add more, but it's not going to be bigger position than Schwab B or Schwab G, something like that. And I'm keeping XDTE for now because I'll do like the weekly compounding. If this position gets big enough, then, getting paid every week a decent amount of money would be nice. So this one's there for now. And then lastly, yesterday I sold a put option on SoundHound, because again, SoundHound is like an AI play, and I believe over the next 10 to 15 years, this one has the potential to do really great. And so I seen this was going down yesterday, so I thought 850 is a good price. If I can get 100 shares at 850, it's $850, and just let that sit here in my portfolio for the next 15 years. And this might be one that like 10x's or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So like 25x over the next 15 years if I can get my hands on it. And that's what I feel about Rigetti too. So this is kind of like a lottery ticket type play, and it's just going to be a small position of the portfolio if I get filled. So the next one you see down here, SWVXX. If you're not familiar with this, you can see that there it says cash and money market. This is a money market fund. SWVXX is $1 per share, and it stays at $1 all the time. And it pays about 4% interest every 7 days. So this is just a place to park cash that I want to spend, that I might want to deploy in the market later in case like come across a really good buying opportunity. I want to keep cash here for that. So I just keep it in this money market fund because it's getting me interest, and it's like 4% interest, and it accrues every 7 days. So actually I think they pay out every 30 days, but the 7%, like, it's calculated over every 7 days. It's not calculated over 30 days. So every 7 days, this gains 7% interest. And then by the end of the month, then they give you the entire interest payment at the end of every month. So that's why I got 5,000 cash parked there. And then at the bottom, you see my real actual cash that I have that's not in any fund that I can deploy right now at this very second, $18,839. And this is the money that I'm spending every single day to buy things with in this portfolio. But this money market fund is 5,000 here. You can buy and sell it pretty much anytime. So if I want money now, I can sell this right now, no problem. It don't have a maturity date. So that's why I have my 5,000 in this one, just to sit there and earn some money. And after I deploy this 18,000, this 5,000 will stay here. It's just waiting for buying opportunities. So that's the plan with that one. And that's everything. That's the whole thing. So we've got QQI, Schwab G, Schwab B, XDTE, Misty, and Rigetti. And then I've got the SoundHound put option. And I'll probably add some more stuff to this, but it's a work in progress. I don't want to go in heavy and, with the current market conditions. Okay, really quick, I'm going to dive into my spreadsheet and share with you what's going on there. I did get paid yesterday too from XDT, but I'm going to dive into the spreadsheet, show some stuff to you guys really quick. So let me record the screen here if I can see. I got my camera sitting here in front of the stupid screen. Let's see. All right, 3, 2, 1, bam. Okay, here's the spreadsheet. And actually, before we get into the spreadsheet, let me show you this really quick, just for fun. This, I'm gonna show you this. Let's go to this calculator. I told you guys I'll show it to you. Let's just look at this real quick. So we have here's my positions. The same thing I showed you in the portfolio, right? Rigetti, Misty, Schwab B, XDTE, Schwab G, QQI. Let's look at these really quick, these new positions. So Schwab B right here. Let's check this one out. I'll show you really quick. So if I go here, SCHB, I told y'all this one is basically the exact same thing as VTI, but buying this in Charles Schwab, I don't have any commission, no fees, no nothing like that. It's all dropped because this is a Schwab fund and it's in the Charles Schwab account, so they don't charge you any money for any of that stuff. If you look here, Schwab B and VTI, look at the chart there, guys. The same time frame, same everything. This is with the dividends reinvested. You can see the numbers are overlapping here. They're basically identical. You can't even see the black one because they're overlapped. They're identical to each other. And you have this one here again, pretty much identical. This is when you're pulling the dividends. You can see the numbers are pretty much overlapped. They're following this 100% identical. So that's why I chose this one, because it's the overall market. Then the other one I told you I bought. I'll show you this one. Share this one with you really quick. Schwab G, and then Vanguard's VUG, which is their big cap growth. Again, you can see here SCHG, VUG. They're pretty much the same, with SCHG actually outperforming VUG slightly, a few $1,000s there. But you can see they're pretty much the exact same thing. And then down here, when you pull the dividends and don't reinvest the dividends, look, same thing. They're basically tracking each other exactly. One's slightly better than the other. And it's the Schwab one's actually slightly better, but it's pretty much the same thing, right? These are the exact same thing, just cheaper. So it's easier to buy shares with a little bit of cash if you can't buy fractional shares. So that's why I mentioned to you guys why I chose this. So let's close that. And let's still look at the performance of this portfolio. Market return, everything is red. So that's okay though. Rigetti is down 4.9%. Which, I expect that. It's a quantum stock. It's going to be very volatile. It might go to the moon. It might drop like a rock, but it's a small portion of the portfolio, so it doesn't matter. Misty, we're up. Let me put a box around it. 27% on total return. A Schwab B, you can see there, I just started this position, so we are down. The market's going down, as you guys have seen with this news about wars and stuff going on. XCTE is down 1.55%. I got paid from this yesterday too, and it's on drip. SCHD SCHG 0.36% negative. So QQI negative 0.47%. So I bought these, started actually easing into these on 2 days ago, even though the market was up, but it's a very smaller position. And then yesterday when the market had that big drop, then I bought more shares and bought larger positions of them. And my camera is about to die. I got 10%. We'll do this really quick. So here's my portfolio allocation. As you can see right now, what I plan to do is make Schwab, the Schwab B and Schwab G, they're going to make up like 60% of this portfolio. And then we'll keep a larger position in Misty as long as it's paying good, but we'll cut it if it doesn't. And then these other ones, I'll reallocate those positions later. But actually, I wrote it down. I want to allocate things. So I got Schwab B, I want about 30%. Schwab G, around 20%. And I'm going to get QQI to about 10%. Misty, 10 or 12%. XDTE, maybe 5%. And then I've got, maybe a 10% portion of the portfolio where I'm going to put some lottery ticket quantum stocks and things like that, like SoundHound, Rigetti, maybe some AI plays or chip plays like SMCI or something like that. So that's my plan there for the extreme growth possibly. Really quick dividend log, and then we're out of here before my camera dies. Okay, so right now, Rigetti, I know Rigetti don't pay a dividend, but this money that I put here is the income that I made from selling the options, $31. Misty, $11.48. XCTE paid me $49, and then these obviously didn't pay anything. I just bought them. So if we go look at the total for the month of June, right now we are sitting on $1,279. That's how much we've made this month for the month of June. But I do believe this portfolio is going to start growing, and I'll still get a little bit of income, but not a lot, because I want to grow this thing, because I got 15 years before I can touch the money, and I want the best growth I can get safely, because I gotta use this money later to improve my life when in retirement, I guess. But anyway, that's what's going on in my Schwab. I made a bunch of changes. I'd love to hear from you what you guys think about these changes below, because I know a lot of y'all are high yield income investors, but we have made a shift from high yield in the Schwab for several reasons, which you can see my video yesterday if you want to know some of those reasons. I just believe that it's going to grow better with having growth stocks and market exposure, and let this grow, and I can gradually increase my income positions as it gets closer to time. But right now, like I said, I'm only 43. I can't touch this till I'm 59. So let's grow this thing and still get a little bit of income with some growth on the side, and we'll increase the income positions as time goes on. So, man, this chair is squeaky as hell. Anyway, let me know, guys, what you guys think about that, about the Roth IRA portfolio, because, like I said, 16 years, long time to wait. So, I'd love to hear your thoughts below. See you guys on the next video.